With this WVLI News Update, I'm Rob West, back with a look at today's news right after this.
Stay connected to your community, even on the go. The WVLI Podcast Network brings you 3 great local shows. The WVLI News Update keeps you informed. Kankakee Valley Community Happenings gets you ready for the weekend. And This One Time in Kankakee shares the incredible stories of our area. Find the WVLI Podcast Network wherever you get your podcasts or at WVLI927.com. The voices you trust beyond the dial.
Kankakee County Coroner Bob Gessner has ruled homicide in the case of a man who was shot dead on the lawn of a Kankakee home on Sunday afternoon. Gessner says 40-year-old Randall D. Young of Kankakee died of a gunshot wound to the head. City police say they were called to the home in the 1100 block of East Merchant Street about 3:30 Sunday afternoon for a report of shots fired. When they got there, they found a Young and another man on the front lawn of the home suffering from gunshot wounds. Both men taken to the hospital. Young later died. The other man's injuries not thought to be life-threatening. City police say several witnesses have come forward and cooperated with the police, but they are asking anyone with information on the shooting, call their office or Crime Stoppers at 815-93-CRIME. Governor J.B. Pritzker in Gilman yesterday morning, cutting the ribbon on a $250 million expansion at Inco Brasa soybean processing plant. Carrie Fogarty is the quality control manager for Inco Brasa.
States 240,000 bushels a day, every day, get fed into this plant. That's over $2.5 million a day goes into the local farm economy. It will be an outlet for 7,000 local farm families.
Governor Pritzker called the expansion a transformational investment in the heart of Illinois.
In addition to scaling up production capacity, Inco Brasa is bringing new jobs and growth, further cementing Illinois' position as a national leader in agricultural processing and biofuels. We've created the conditions for companies like Inco Brasa to expand here, to deepen their roots that benefit working families and, of course, all the people of the state.
Inco Brasa makes soybean oil and biodiesel products at its plant in Gilman. And the 43rd annual Kankakee River Fishing Derby is being delayed. Jake Lamore has the story.
Rob, according to a Facebook post from the Northern Illinois Anglers Association, high water and fast currents have caused them to delay the start of the Derby until July 3rd, which is next Friday. With the water levels being so high right now, the Illinois Department of Natural Resources shock boats can't assist with tagging fish for the Derby. Everything for the Derby will be delayed by 7 days. The Derby was originally scheduled to start this Friday. You can follow the Northern Illinois Anglers Association Facebook page for updates. I'm Jake Lamore.
A 46-year-old Bonfield man is dead following an all-terrain vehicle crash over the weekend. Kankakee County Sheriff's Police say Merle D. Tholen and his son were riding an ATV in a field behind their Bonfield home Saturday night when the ATV rolled, throwing Tholen from the vehicle. Both Tholen and his son taken to the hospital, where Kankakee County Coroner Bob Gessner says Tholen died of multiple injuries early Sunday morning. Cause of the crash is under investigation. Gessner says the final cause of death will be determined when his office gets back some test results. Bradley Village Board last night passed a resolution to accept a proposal for development services. The first part of the proposal, which will cost about $125,000, will allow PGAV to put together a study to submit to the state, hopefully to help the village qualify for a STAR bond. Bradley Village Finance Director Rob Romo tells us more.
It is an economic incentive tool from the state of Illinois that the municipality would establish a district, so a certain portion of our community as a STAR bond district, so which that would mean would be a tourism or retail destination. And they would match up the state up to $75 million, dollar-for-dollar match with a private master developer. The mayor has been in talks with a private master developer who is looking to put a minimum of $75 million to match that. The developer would like to build 2 new hotels, a 100,000 square foot indoor facility like an FEC, a family entertainment center, as well as a conference center. to do like kind of small to mid-level conferences. This would all be attached to the water park area, but they're also looking at adding a small indoor concert area, indoor sports recreation area with turf to get year-round recreation and out-of-town activity around youth sports.
The village won't know the results of the application till mid-next year. A family's been displaced following a Monday morning fire on Dale Lane in Bourbonnais. Jake Lamore has the details.
Rob, in a press release, Bourbonnais Fire Protection District Fire Chief Jim Keener says firefighters were called to the fire just off Cardinal Drive just after 6:15 yesterday morning. When they got there, they found smoke coming from the garage of the home. Firefighters from around the area were called in to help battle the blaze. Keener says 2 people living in the home were taken to the hospital to be treated for smoke inhalation. No one else was injured battling the blaze. Loss was put at about $100,000. The cause of the fire is under investigation. I'm Jake Lamore.
A resolution passed at last night's Bradley Village Board meeting approved a proposal from Outson Electric to install or replace backup batteries in 7 traffic signals in the area to the tune of a little over $28,000. Bradley Public Works Director Jeff Meeker says the lights were found to have faulty batteries or some had no batteries in them at all.
The 6 on Bradley Boulevard are Meyer, Hobby Lobby, Target, Northfield Square Mall, the north entrance, the south access road, and then Kennedy and Blatt.
During a power outage, the backup batteries allow the signals to work for 4 to 6 hours. When the batteries get below 50%, the lights then flash red for another 24 hours. While we're planning on summer outings and barbecues, retailers are in the holiday season. Bree Tennis has more.
That's because the traditional retail calendar keeps merchants buying and planning 3 to 6 months in advance. They analyze trends and hope they pick the correct hot item for the upcoming holiday season. The National Retail Federation says they hit the mark about 65% of the time and push the holiday creep early to get you to part with your cash. Last year, Starbucks released its pumpkin spice latte on August 26th, but no pressure. I'm Bree Tennis.
In sports, Sox and Cards both won Monday. The Cubs got rained out. Sox beat the Guardians 6-5 in their series opener in Chicago. Same 2 teams there tonight. St. Louis Cardinals beat the Diamondbacks 3-2. Same 2 teams in St. Louis tonight. Cubs game with the Mets got rained out in New York. It'll be made up as part of a doubleheader tomorrow. Cubs face the Mets again tonight in Flushing. Chicago Sky on a 6-game losing streak. That after they lost to the Connecticut Sun 92-63 last night. They host the Fire tomorrow night. And there are 4 more group play matches scheduled for today in the World Cup. Portugal plays Uzbekistan in Houston. England challenges Ghana in Foxborough. Panama faces Croatia in Toronto. And Colombia takes on the Democratic Republic of the Congo in Guadalajara. That is a look at news and sports here on this Tuesday. Have a good rest of your day. Be safe, everybody. I'm Rob West.
This one time in Kankakee, I lost my leg while farming.
Hear the incredible and inspiring story of Willie Van Wassenhove on the latest episode of This One Time in Kankakee. Listen now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your shows. It's all part of the WVLI Podcast Network. The voices you trust beyond the dial.